Hi friends, I am Aditya Sriram and welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to know about the Millman's theorem. But before going to know about the Millman's theorem, if you were given this loop and asked to find the current which is passing through resistors R1 and R2 and R3, then the first thing that comes into your mind is to apply the Kirchhoff voltage law. But applying the Kirchhoff voltage law will take at least 2 to 3 minutes per sum, because it's very clumsy process. That means first you should wanna say this as current I1, this is I2, and the total current from battery 1 and 2 as I1 plus I2. So saying all this, it will be a clumsy process, and if you done a small mathematical error, then the whole sum will be wrong. So instead of that, there is a shortcut method which is known as the Millman's theorem. By using this Millman theorem, you can solve this problem in just 30 to 60 seconds. That means nearly 1 minute. So let us start our video and know more about the Millman's theorem. So here the first one is we are going to know about the explanation of the Millman's theorem. I am giving you the explanation of the Millman's theorem. The second one is the proof of derivation of the Millman theorem, and the third one is a type of problems that we can expect from this Millman's theorem. So let's start our video quickly. The first one is explanation. The explanation is nothing but if the batteries E1, E2, E3, so on, En are connected to resistors R1, R2, R3, so on, Rn in parallel connection, then the whole circuit can be represented by one resistor and one battery, like this one, like this diagram. And the resistance of the one resistor is equal to the equivalent resistance of all the parallel resistors, and the voltage of all the batteries, the given battery, is equal to voltage across all branches is equal to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by the whole by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And the very important note point is that it is only applicable if all the resistors were mutually connected in parallel connection. Coming to the second one, the proof. To prove that Millman theorem is right, first we should want to prove that it is obeying the Ohm's law. To say that, firstly we know that I equal to V by R. That means here V1 by R1 is nothing but I1, and the beside one is I2, and the next one is I3, so on. This is nothing but I net, and we already discussed this is 1 by R equivalent, so we can write this VAB as 1 by R equivalent into 1 by I equivalent. That is nothing but the Ohm's law, so we can say that it obeys the Ohm's law. And now the third one. Coming to the third one, it is nothing but the type of problems that we can expect from this. And the first type of problem is given like this. In this, he'll give this loop and ask the current which is passing through, let R2 resistor, let it be I2. He'll ask the current I2, the magnitude of I2 he'll ask. In this question, we want to observe that both the batteries will have same direction. That means current travel to same direction. So there is nothing different or nothing difficult in this. Just the first step is to find the resistor, to find the voltage between the ends of the resistor R2. So substituting in this formula, we can get the voltage, that is nothing but 8 volt. So now we should want to see that it obeys the Ohm's law. That means I equal to V by R. The current which is passing, this is nothing but I2. I2 is nothing but V. What is the V? 8 by what is the given R? 2 ohm, right? That means the current which is passing through this resistor is nothing but 4 ampere, right? In this type we can solve the first model. Keep it in mind that in the first model both the batteries will face same direction. That means both the positive terminals will facing the same direction. And now the second model. In the second model, same, he'll ask the current through the resistor let R2, that is 10 ohm. He'll ask the current which is passing through 10 ohm, but here the twist is that both the batteries were facing opposite direction. That means there's just a small trick. In this formula, let this positive sign as negative. Make all the positive signs in the numerator as negative, negative, negative. That means here V equivalent equal to V1 by R1 minus V2 by R2 whole by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. By substituting this, I got the V equivalent as 2.5 volt. So now substitute in the Ohm's law, the second step. Substitute in Ohm's law. V, what's the V? 2.5 equal to I into R10. That means I is 1 by 4 ampere, and this is our answer. This is 1 point nothing, leave it, 1 by 4 ampere. We got the answer. And now coming into the third type. In the third type, he'll give the figure like this one and ask the current which is passing through the resistor RL. For this type of model of sums, the first step that we should want to do is converting this diagram into this diagram. That means the first step, as we discussed, find the R equivalent and substitute here. Then find the V equivalent through the Millman's theorem formula, E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 whole by 1 by R equivalent, and find the V equivalent and substitute here. And the third one is connect this R equivalent to the required resistors RL in series connection, and then you can get the answer very easily. Let's see. I have done this sum before, and see the first step, V equivalent I substitute and I got V equivalent equal to 69 by 11. And the next step to do is to find R equivalent. I got the R equivalent, then substitute in Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So we can get the answer. Okay friends, now let's go for a quick summary. That means in the first type of models, both the batteries will face same directions. So directly first substitute the numbers in the given formula and find the V equivalent. And the second step, substitute in Ohm's law, V, that is V equivalent equal to I into R. R is nothing but resistance of required resistor. And coming to the second type of model, when batteries are facing opposite direction, now the step that we should want to keep in mind is V equivalent equal to V1 by R1 minus V2 by R2 whole by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And the third type of model of sums, in this figure, now we should want to do is change this figure with having one resistor and one voltage, one battery which has the V equivalent and one resistor having the R equivalent. And then the first step, find V equivalent, second step R equivalent, then do V equal to IR. But keep in mind friends that by doing this, to get R, here V equal to IR, right? V is V equivalent equal to I into R, means R equivalent plus RL. Don't forget to do this. If you have friends, the final thing that I want to say is there's a misunderstanding done by so many people that here he gives that 28 volt, here 7 volt. So we think that this is 28 volt and this is 7 volt, then how could they be in parallel? But this is wrong. These are the internal voltages of the batteries, but there is a common voltage of battery which is same for all the resistors which are connected in parallel.